seems like the controversial part has been should there be high school games on the network. To me, we sign 20 to 23 players a year. Most of those are committed to us by summer. They would not even been on some TV network. There's 375 players a year on the average that sign in the state of Texas. Most of them are going to go to a lot of the other Big 12 schools other than Texas. So to me, the people that suffer if we don't allow high school games on the network for national TV are the high school coaches in the state of Texas, the young players that would get to play. Most of them won't even sign scholarships. So I really think that that's probably been overplayed a little bit in my estimation.
Well, of course he would think that way, but I don't think the rest of us feel that way. And I think unless you're going to change the recruiting book and what you're allowed and not allowed to do, then it makes no sense if we're going to play by certain rules and they don't have to. So at the end of the day, that I'm sure the people in the NCAA and in the Big 12 will get it right. And otherwise, we just need to change all the recruiting rules and start over.
Honestly, I don't know a lot about it. Just recently, it's been back in the news and the media, so I've listened some. I have confidence in our athletic director and the athletic directors in this league and in our conference and Dan Beebe that they'll make the right decisions for what's best for the conference in general. And that's one of the issues I don't have to worry about. They won't bring that won't cross my desk. So I leave that up to those guys.
Well, having your own network, that's decided. There's no issue there. I mean, I think that's great. To do high school games on a college network it's ludicrous. I mean, there's no common sense to it. So I don't know who thought that up, but I can't imagine that ever working. It'd be interesting to watch the reaction if it does. Other than that, I really don't have much opinion on that.
Somebody mentioned something about high school sports being on there. You know, my son is going to be a quarterback next year, Friendship High School. You know, if they get to do it, I hope they're on the Longhorn Network. You know, because high school kids are looking more for that notoriety. Plus, it helps us in recruiting. You know, we can watch them on television, watch them on YouTube. They talk about an advantage. Is there an advantage? There might be, there might not be. We'll have to wait and see on that. Texas doesn't need any advantages, obviously. I think this is kind of an experiment, for a team. Can it feasibly work? And if it starts to work, you're going to see other teams in our league and other leagues probably try to start doing it.
My focus, truthfully, I can't worry about that. I got enough of my plate worrying about Texas A&M, and my hope, my vision is to make our program the very best we possibly can make it. And I'm not worried about. I worry about them when we play them and getting ready to play them on the field. But all that off the field stuff, I don't concern myself with. We just got to do what we got to do as A&M and take care of our business, and let everybody else take care of the rest of them. I mean, there's enough conversation about it.
If I was thinking about that, I'd tell you. Give me a schedule, let's play. Texas having a network, good for them. Like I said, if they can pull it off and do it, let's go. Why wouldn't you? If there's a need out there and a want and people are willing to pay for it, get after it. Just make the rest of us fight a little harder and be a little better. You want me to sit around and, envy them or be jealous of what they're doing? They're a great university, great football team, great support for a long time. So I'm all for it. Helps our conference.
I don't know. I really don't know. I heard Mack say, and Mack and I have, talked, and he's, saying what happens if somebody comes in and tapes our practice, and then, so I'm watching Mack's practice. I probably wouldn't get too excited about that if I were Mack. I can understand that, but it's University of Texas, looking out for the University of Texas, and I can certainly appreciate that. Why shouldn't they?
It's an extra job for us. When you're sitting there, and all summer we've been talking to Dave Brown, the ESPN people, about what access is worth $300 million for 20 years. And when they say, well, we want to have the first scrimmage of the year live, everybody'd like to see it. I said, yeah, Oklahoma, A&M, Kansas, Texas Tech, they'd all like to see it. So we can't do that. So we're having to look at what we will do day to day to make it work for ESPN, and at the same time protect our right to win at the University of Texas. And that's all new stuff. So it's not as simple as everybody thinks it is.